and then I'm walking up the ramp, and as I'm holding my hand, I'm afraid to take my hand down because I'm afraid my eyeball is going to be in my hand or something.
Eddie Edwards, welcome to the show.
Thank you, man. Happy to be here. Finally, it's been a while in the making, so happy to be.
Yeah, thanks for joining me, man. I have to ask you this before we get into the wrestling. As a lifelong Patriots fan, how hard is it going to be to adjust to life without Tom Brady?
It's a day I hoped would never come, but I'll follow Tom Brady. I'll support him. I respect it. I'll follow him to the ends of the earth. So I respect his decision. As far as the Patriots, it's going to take some time, but it's now an interesting. You get to see how they do. It's like
Yeah.
post Tom Brady. It's post Tom Brady. So let's see what the coaches, what Bill can do, and see what the team can do. Time to make another. Time to make another star.
Dude, I was shocked. I mean, everyone heard the rumors that he might leave, but I didn't actually think it was going to happen. It was like, I'm a huge Raptors fan, so when Vince Carter left, it was like, I didn't want to watch basketball anymore, you know what I mean? Like, that's how much, like, Tom means to the
It
Patriots.
is, but it's got. I want to see how he's going to do in Tampa. So it's like it adds another layer to the seasoning. But not one that I'm happy about. But things happen. We got to try to move on.
That's it. Okay, let's move on to. So, dude, the first time I met you was, I think it was 2018 in Orlando. And it was actually the match you had with Sammy when you took the baseball bat off the eye. I know you've been asked
So
about
you're
this so many
you're the
times.
good luck charm.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was there and I was filming some slow motion for the match. So I had the angle that was on the opposite side of the ramp. So I'm filming this and I see it happen and I knew like something went wrong because you turned around and I saw your face. So I dropped the camera, I ran to the back and you were sitting there, you had the rag on your head. And it was just a crazy moment, something I've never seen. It was like my welcome to wrestling moment, you know?
Yeah.
But when that happened to you, like my heart just dropped. Like I was terrified for you because I met you the night before, like super nice guy. I'm like, damn, this sucks. But when that happened to you, walking to the back, what was going through your head?
As soon as it had like. It's more painful for me to watch it.
Really?
Finally seeing the clip of it happening was more painful than the actual incident because it was more of just the shock of it all. Like it happened, and immediately when the bat hit me, I just cut, like you said, I just covered my eye. I just rolled out of the ring, and then I'm walking up the ramp, and as I'm holding my hand, I'm afraid to take my hand down because I'm afraid my eyeball is going to be in my hand or something. So I'm like, I walk up and I'm just like, I got to get to the back and see what is going on. But as soon as like I knew my eye was there, which was a good start, so getting to the back was just like, well, because I couldn't see, obviously, like there's blood and swelling and everything, so I couldn't see. So it was just like, let's get to the hospital, let's see what is going on, because obviously something happened here.
Yeah. So what exactly happened? Was it your orbital bone that was damaged?
Yeah, so I broke my orbital bone and my nose because it hit me because the base of the tip of the bat hit right there.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, accidents happen. I would never hold it against Sammy. He was, very apologetic, and obviously it's a freak accident. I've been on the other end where somebody's gotten injured in my match, and you feel awful about it. It's the worst thing. But in hindsight, obviously, it worked out. Like it gave me a whole nother dimension, whole nother character, whole nother direction to go, and I didn't have any permanent damage or anything. So like, with all it being said and done, it's okay. It's okay. Things happen.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because up until that point, did you feel yourself that you needed a change in your persona and your character? Did you feel like you needed to go in a different direction?
I mean, I think you have to kind of feel that way over time. You obviously have to adapt and evolve. In no way would it have been as severe of a turn as that. That was a complete switch, which I'm grateful for, because if it forced me out of my comfort zone, like I was, obviously I was happy, I was confident, comfortable in doing what I was doing, but who knows if I would have gone as far, if I would have, got as much, length out of my character that I had. Like I had done, I had been a champion, I had been an X Division champion, world champion, and I had done a lot of things as that Eddie Edwards. So why there was no better time than try to switch it up. Who knows? I would have evolved some way, but I don't know if I'd be where I am today.
Did you think after that happened, once I guess the pain had passed and all that, that hey, this is an opportunity where I can, take this somewhere else, or was that opportunity brought to you?
I think it was definitely collaborative between myself and the creative, and also Sammy being involved. It was like we had lemons, try to make lemonade out of it. It was
Yeah.
something that was given to us, and it was a freak accident. So I know some people, question trying to capitalize on it or turn it into a storyline, but it was given to us, and it was something so real that so many people could relate. You can relate to that. You see it, you feel it watching it, you can feel the pain and the agony that I was going through. So it was kind of easy for me to kind of flip that switch and kind of change into who I became.
So I want to go back kind of to just getting injured in pro wrestling. Now you're a father, you and Alicia have a child, so congratulations on that. But now being a professional wrestler and a father at the same time, how does that change, your mentality going into matches?
Yeah, not too much. I mean, obviously, I'm a professional. I always try to take the proper precautions with everything. But when you go out there being concerned or overly worried, that's when accidents tend to happen. When you're trying to be too cautious and stuff, you just have to kind of go with it and hope for the hope for the best.
Okay, let's fast forward to a couple weeks ago now. It's Slammiversary. You are now the Impact World Champion. I think a lot of people, I would say the average fan may think that the champion in pro wrestling is just the guy who shows up on TV with the belt and, he's on the mic, he's on TV more than some of the other wrestlers, but that's not the case. There's obviously a lot more to it than that. I mean, what are some of the responsibilities of a champion?
It's being, one of, if not the face of the company where, if I'm going to do interviews, I'm going to do press, I'm going to do, all the responsibilities you have backstage. And I take it, obviously it's an honor to be the champion and to be given that responsibility where I want to be a guy in the back that people can come to, like if they have any issues or they need any advice, if I can help them in any way, I take pride in trying to be that guy. I tried to be that guy before, and like I was always willing to be that guy, but I think being the champion, it's more of you have that more stamp of approval almost, where like I am the guy, who is the face of the company, and I feel a lot of responsibility as far as the match, like my matches and the product. It's my face on it, so if it's bad or if it's good, I want to be the guy who's responsible for it.
So you talk a lot about like the responsibility and the leadership, which is, you're universally kind of known as the locker room leader at Impact. So where did you learn that from? Was it from your time in Japan? From a lot of those old school guys who have a lot of respect for the business? Did they pass that on to you?
That was definitely something when I was training with Pro Wrestling Noah, where there was such respect for the veterans and the seniority, where that's just how the business is done there. You're very respectful of your veterans, the guys who have been in it longer than you. But I think it's something that you just you have to learn with time. I was trained well. I was at Kowalski's and Slick Wagner Brown and Steve Bradley. They kind of instilled that upon you. You go to the locker room, especially when you're just starting, you're very respectful. You stay out of the way, and you just it evolves into something more where you learn your place on the card. You learn not on the card, but learn your place in the locker room,
Right.
and what responsibilities you have, whether you're just starting or you're the champion. There's all different levels, and you just have to put in time and learn how it goes, and not overstep boundaries, which is tough sometimes. But you just kind of learn your way, whether it's through mistakes or just through experience.
So I want to speak about loyalty. I mean, so many wrestlers have come and gone. I mean, Impact Wrestling, not just Impact Wrestling. I don't want to just say them. WWE, every other promotion. It's just kind of the way of the business. But Impact, you've decided to stay despite everybody else kind of going elsewhere. Why is that?
Impact Wrestling has always treated me well. Since the first day I got there, me and Davey got there, I've been treated great with respect, and they've shown me loyalty, and they've been very supportive with anything I need to do on my own, whether it's, take a taping off or I need to do something family oriented, whatever. They've been very respectful. And obviously I believe in the product. I believe in Impact Wrestling. And I have ever since I was there. It's never been a question of, do I want to leave? Should I leave? It was, no, I want to be here. They treat me right. I believe in the product that we're putting out there. And I believe in everybody in the locker room, from the wrestlers to the production to the front office to creative. Like, I feel that we have something special, especially right now. We have something special where we're all on the same page with trying to take it to the next level, take that next step forward. And we're all doing it as a collective unit. And I never judge anybody for wanting to leave or feeling they have to leave, because everybody's business is their own business. and you have to do what's right for you. And I've been lucky enough where I can live a good lifestyle. They take care of me, and I get to do what I love to do and be a part of a show and a company that I truly respect.
I know this is going to be kind of a broad question, but how far do you think Impact Wrestling can go? And I guess what I mean by that is, you see who's kind of at the top of the food chain right now. Like, can Impact get up there, or put themselves in a position to kind of be there one day?
I think so. I mean, I think especially right now with all the hype and the excitement, especially around Slammiversary and all the free agents that have come in or guys that have returned, it's definitely, we're definitely moving in the right direction. I'd like to say sky's the limit, because you never know. Obviously, there's other factors that come into play, but all I know is that we're taking the right steps. We're moving forward, and that's all we can keep doing. And I think the good thing with Impact, with the front office and everybody, is that we know we couldn't change things in a blink of an eye. It was going to take time to change how people thought about Impact or TNA or whatever. It was going to take time to earn some fans back and win some loyalty back. And I feel we've done that in a steadily moving forward. So who knows what the limit is? I just say, as long as we're moving forward, that's all that matters.
So Bound for Glory was announced that's going to happen October 24th, excuse me. So that's the biggest show for the company. Being the champion and hopefully heading into that pay-per-view as the champion, what does Bound for Glory mean to the company and mean to you as the champion?
For Impact, I think one of the best things about Impact is our pay-per-views. I feel they always deliver or over-deliver. Our shows are always great. The card is always great, and the boys and girls in the back would always deliver. Like, everybody's going out there to leave it all out there. And Bound for Glory is going to be another situation like that, where we know we have to capitalize on Slammiversary, which was a huge success for our company. We have to take that forward and build it all the way to Bound for Glory, and then continue that momentum after that show. You know what I mean? Like, we need that bookend from Slammiversary to Bound for Glory, and to ride this momentum together. For me, I obviously do want to be the champ, and hope I'm still the champ at that point. It'll be another chance to prove that I belong as the champ. I should be the face of the company. I want to be the face of the company. I want to be in that main event. It's the last show on the card, last show of the night, the biggest match, and I want to go out there and deliver and show them what Impact's about, but also what I can do when I'm out there.
Well, Eddie, thank you, man. I really appreciate you joining me, man.
Hey, I'm happy to do it. Hopefully we'll do it again. Hopefully I'll still be champion then.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one.